Back on TC Live, presented by Google, Roger Federer was tested in his return to tennis. But after 13 months off and 3 sets today, Federer was still betterer. His former coach, Paul Annacone, breaks down Roger's return.
A lot to take away from the first match. Some great tennis from Roger Federer. We expected some rust. There was a few things that weren't perfect, but all in all, just some wonderful tennis. Served extremely well, only got broken one time, and did a nice job in the big moments, getting through that first set and then right at the end of the third. Really nice job using variety, using the different themes that he does really well, taking the ball early, trying to put pressure on Dan Evans, using that slice backhand, but more importantly, trying to use the offense and using the big forehand. Roger talked about not just one match, playing a bunch of matches. Now he's going to have to play Basilashvili, very different power tennis. It's going to be a different kind of tennis, and also he's going to come back after a tough first round. He looks at the big picture. He looks at the power of Basilashvili. Let's see how he pulls up tomorrow, but a lot of different things out on the court against Basilashvili.
All right, thank you so much, Paul. That's what he asked a great question. We'll see about tomorrow. Chanda, what do you make? How's he going to recover after this match to take on Basilashvili?
Yeah, I think that's the question, and no one really knows when they've come back from being out over a year. That first match, 2.5 hours, a lot of forward movement, a lot of quick burst. You know, the question is, how will his body feel? Will he be able to kind of have that same momentum and that same push against a very different opponent in Basilashvili? He looked good today. Hopefully he recovers well and can come out and make a similar kind of effort.
He beat Basilashvili 2-1-2, the only time they have met before Australia. That was 5 years ago. John, broad question here. How much did tennis miss Roger Federer?
I think it was obvious from the reception, and I think a lot of this is just aura, and it's something that's very hard to quantify. Sort of this ineffable, this ineffable quality he has that he brings with him a certain vibe, and I think we take our cues from him. You watch him on the court, you watch him play with a smile on his face. Here's a Federer shank, and look at his reaction. He's sort of giggling, he's smiling to himself, and I think that's infectious. I mean, I think fans a lot of times take their cue from athletes, from their body language, from the conversations they have with themselves. And, you can tell from any metric, social media, from ratings. I mean, clearly tennis missed Roger Federer. They were happy to see him return. But again, I think a lot of that is top down. And you see Roger smiling like that, and that funnels to the rest of us.
I don't know if I've seen Roger smile that much, even making unforced errors, Chanda. Did anything surprise you about his return today?
Yeah, not really. I mean, I was surprised that he was able to kind of maintain that level for such a long period of time. You just never know when you've had surgeries, when you're coming back and you've been off for so long. I mean, that miss hit, it made him look human. I mean, it was great to see. It's what most of us do all the time.
That's right.
But for Roger, it was just a little bit of rust, a little bit of needing to get the match rhythm back, and that's expected. That's normal. So it was just fun to watch him work his way through that match. I enjoyed Dan Evans as well, his style, and it was nice to watch Roger Federer work his way through that kind of match.
All right, we'll see Roger Federer take on Nicholas Basilashvili right here on Tennis Channel, 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. I don't know about your Twitter feeds, but my feed this morning was all about Roger Federer. Right here, we've got Rod Laver. I mean, he says, great to see you back on court. John, the great Rod Laver, happy to see Roger Federer back.
Game respects game. I love the emoji. We love the rocket that his tweets often get from Laver, but Rod Laver, one among many, eager to see Federer. It'd be really nice, if Roger wanted to do something for this lovely gentleman who wrote this tweet, maybe he would sponsor a cup and put Laver's name on it and make it an annual competition. Wouldn't that be a nice thing to do?
That's a great idea, John.
Already. But no, it's great to see former players, current players. Here's another former player, Chanda.
Ivan Lubicic, Chanda, a little tribute to the Queen's Gambit. I don't know if you've seen that on Netflix. Great show. But apparently Lubicic likes chess and said it was Evans' Gambit was not enough to beat Roger.
Well, I mean, it's a big event when players, former players, everybody's watching this first match back out for Roger Federer, and a little more pressure on Dan Evans there to try to produce, which he did. He gave Roger a run for his money, but certainly great across the board to see him back out there.
That was just a couple tweets. I mean, literally, my entire timeline was Federer. By the way, Roger, the defending champion Miami, will not be there this year, but we will. First ball, to last. Our coverage of the Miami Open starts on Tennis Channel March 23rd.